Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm back with another process video for you guys for the newest kit from Creative Retreat Kits. This is For the Good for the month of July. And sadly, I do have an announcement to start off this month. This is actually going to be my last month with the Creative Retreat creative team. I have been with the creative team for over 5 years now. Started out just posting on their blog and then doing 2 videos a month here on their channel. And so it's just time for me to take a little bit of a creative break, but I will still be doing unboxings every month over on my channel if you want to see what comes in the kit each month and kind of my thoughts about the devotional content. And then I will still be here and there creating with the kits in a public way. I will be creating privately also, but sharing things, as I have time, as I work with the kits. So this month, there will be this video and one other video, and then that will be it for me on the channel, at least for now. So I'm super, super sad that it's come to that time, but it was just time to have a little bit of a creative break mentally, which I'm sure many of you guys can understand. So I also want to apologize. There is fan noise in the background, and we are in California where there's a drought, and I've got ants have taken over my office, probably because of my paint water. So if there is that, just know we have done everything possible to try to deal with it, and it's going to be what it is. So I'm going to kick off this month, as I have been doing the last few months, working here in my growth book. I will have this link down below for you guys. This has been a great space to work through the devotional questions in a central spot, and then I can just pop on over to my Bible and do some Bible journaling as I see fit. So I've already gone ahead and cut away the reflection questions from the devotional content, and so I will just paste these directly down into here, but I do like to kind of, jazz it up, add some color. So I've got a few different items from the physical kit. I have already gone ahead and cut out a few elements using the digital paper swatches. So I'll kind of show you how I did this, but to save time, I went ahead and did a few ahead of time, but we will be doing that as a technique. Doing a little bit of stencil ink blending with one of the inks from Creative Retreat. And then again, just keeping it fairly simple because I want to focus on those reflection questions. So let me go ahead, put you guys on fast forward, and we will work through this entry in my growth book. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created most of these little puzzle pieces, but here's how I did it. I just have a swatch of the printable pattern paper. I prep it with my powder tool, and then I'm going to stamp that outline of the puzzle piece in some Versamark clear sticky ink. I'm just going to add some white embossing powder to that, and then I'll heat set it. Now, I wanted this so that the white really showed up on the colorful background, but if you don't want to fuss with this part, you could very easily just stamp in black ink and it wouldn't be a problem. I did notice the heat tool did kind of change the color of that paper because it is just printed on my inkjet printer. But once it cooled off, it kind of went back to the regular color. So that was a kind of an interesting little discovery, but it all worked out. So I've got those cut out, set aside. And now I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending through the stencil. So I'm using the Waterfall Blue ink from Creative Retreat. This is one of their original ink colors. If it's still available, it'll be linked down below. And I'm just using an inexpensive blush brush to blend this through the stencil. I know there are a lot of stencil brushes out there. I get questions about that sometimes. I like to save money where I can save money, and these work just fine for me. They're $1 a piece from the dollar store. And you can see they're not perfect, but save money where you can. So I just blended that through kind of in that C shape around the edges, and then we can move on to adding stuff over the top. So I do like to add the title of the kit to this page. That way when I come back to it in the future, I'll know these questions came from this particular devotional kit. So I just use one of the stickers from the sticker sheet, and then I'm cutting down my reflection questions. I usually do this off camera, but I thought I'd show you here. I'm just using a trimmer, and sometimes I'll trim them real up close to the questions. Other times I leave them all the same size like I am here. If you're not a perfectionist, you could just do this with some scissors, but I'm kind of a perfectionist about some things, and it doesn't take but a few seconds. You could, write these out, type them out, whatever you want to do, but I find it easier and quicker just to use the ones from the devotional kit. The idea is that this should be quick so I can get right to working through the questions. So I'm just laying out these puzzle pieces. You can see I did some on that pink swatch and some on the blue swatch. Again, those are from the printable set that coordinates with the Faith Art box this month. But great idea for using that stamp set, even with other projects, other kits, just by changing up the pattern paper that you use, makes it so that it works with, whatever color palette you're doing. So that's how I can see that puzzle piece stamp being really versatile and being able to be used even outside of this month's kit. So I'm just using some liquid adhesive to stick all those down. I did print these on cardstock, but if you did not want the bulk, you could just print on regular copy paper as well. I do like to leave some of them hanging off the edge, and so I'll just go in and trim those away. Last step here is to add the numbers back in. Now, you would not need to do this. The numbers are on the reflection questions the way that they're printed, but I like to do this just as a different way to use, the stickers in the kit, bring in some other colors. So I'm decided to go with just the pink on white tile numbers to number those questions. In the past, I've even alternated those colors. I've cut them out of pattern papers. That's just another added little fun way to bring some interest to what would otherwise just be, a page full of handwriting. These growth journals do have that dot grid in the background, which makes it very easy to line everything up, but also gives you, a guideline for when you're writing. I don't like to write on a blank white paper. That's just me. It really bothers me. So I like that this already has that dot grid printed, and it makes it very easy to evenly space out all the elements that I'm placing down. So there's a look at the finished page. I'll go back in and answer all those questions as I work through the kit. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below for me. Check out the description box for links to everything that I used today. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.